Hello everyone, this is Sean Broccoli, and welcome to part 5 out of 5 for Disgaea 4 Complete Plus, Episode 7. So let's get straight to the video.
Whoa! Shivers just ran down my spine as soon as we entered this room.
Desco senses a tremendous force. This presence is nothing short of a final boss.
Then he must be here somewhere. The demon of all demons who rules the Netherworld.
Father!
Your fear is unnecessary. The President is the leader of a rotten netherworld. He's merely the embodiment of rotten demons.
I appreciate the introduction, Tyrant Velvetorius.
That's... He's...
The Netherworld President, Amizel's daddy!
Father!
I praise all of you for reaching this place alive, you brave, yet foolish rebels.
Desco is scared, Big Sis. His presence shows that he's on a totally different level than we are.
It's okay, it's okay. This is just a dream. I mean, toughen up, Desco. You're gonna be the final boss, aren't you?
Yes, you're right. Desco shouldn't be scared. Desco is gonna be the final boss.
I've been waiting for this, Mr. President. Or should I say, Death King Hugo!
It has been a while, Velvetorius. Who would have imagined you would be the one leading the rebellion? I was surprised when I received the initial reports.
You know my father?
Indeed. We fought each other once, a long time ago. That battle, my blood still stirs in excitement just from thinking about it. Our violent battle went on for days on end. We never got to settle it, as I recall.
So, is Valsy supposed to be like some super crazy strong dude?
Idiot. Have you only just realized that? Well, better late than never. Now, be sure to call him Lord from now on.
Roger that. I'll be calling him Lord Valsy.
Keeping that light-hearted attitude even during the serious moment. Desco still has a lot more to learn from Big Sis.
True. Such levity in front of the President. It's rather encouraging to see.
Velvetorius, what do you seek to accomplish by forming a rival party? You don't even have your power anymore. I heard you became a Prinny instructor in Hades, but did your tyrant blood begin to boil in a rage of discontent?
Nope. I'm happy with my job as a Prinny instructor. I'm rather proud of it. It's quite rewarding. If you hadn't issued that Prinny extermination order, I would still be in Hades, happily training the next crop of Prinnies. Now answer my question, Death King Hugo. You were more passionate about spreading fear amongst the humans than anyone else I knew. Why did you imprison innocent demons? Why did you let the humans get out of control? What is happening between you and the humans?
Letting the humans get out of control? So that's how you see it? Coming from you, one who I've personally fought fist to fist, I take those words to heart. Is everyone else here in agreement? Have you all come here to take my head for the reason Velvetorius stated?
Desco wants to defeat Mr. President to become a final boss.
My goal is to collect all the money that has been leaked to the Netherworld illegally. I'm just here to complete my mission. Your office is my target. I'm gonna become the president so I can change the law and make people treat Prinnies like VIPs.
How about you? Are you here for revenge, Amizel?
Absolutely not. I just want to prove to you that the spoiled Amizel, who rode his father's coattails, no longer exists. I'm here to prove that Amizel has been reborn as a great demon who is worthy of being his father's son.
Werewolf, what about you? I assume you're the man who is behind this conspiracy.
My schemes are only made valid with my master's presence. I cannot claim credit for it. My goal is a secret. I have no reason to tell you what it is.
I see. Look at you, as divided as can be. And to think that the corruptorment has been tossed around by a party that is in such discord.
That's right. We're completely inconsistent. Each one of us has something different to say. However, our intentions and goals aren't the bonds that are holding us together. It's nothing as insignificant as those. Connected by something much deeper and stronger. That is, the camaraderie that we've built through our various battles. Where we were born, how we live, not even what we are. None of us have anything in common. All we have is our camaraderie. However, there is no weakness to be found in our bond.
My lord.
Valvatores.
Mr. Valsy.
Lord Valsy, I've really gotta say, you're standing out way too much in my dream.
Demon camaraderie? Mr. Weirdo.
Valvatores, as a tyrant, you used to refuse any membership within a group. But now, here you are, talking about camaraderie? This is more surprising to me than learning that you were the head of the rebels.
I'm evolving for the better every day. And it's all thanks to sardines and that one promise I made.
So you say. I'll be the judge of whether it's evolution or simply degeneration.
The pleasure is all mine! While we're at it, why don't we settle that battle we started so many years ago?
Alright, so here we have the final level of episode 7, or final stage. So this one's going to have a decent amount of enemies on it. As you can see, there's 7 of the... Actually, maybe 8 of them now. 8 axe-wielding enemies. So what we're going to do is move forward, and we're not going to venture too far from the base panel for now. What we'll want is we're going to attack from a distance and have a few of the enemies come to us before moving forward. Pretty much all the enemies are going to move forward, except for, I believe there's 4 at the back. There'll be President Hugo, and he has, I believe, 3 bodyguards, and those are promoted versions of the bodyguards, so they're a lot stronger than the regular ones that we've been dealing with. So at this point, we just want to bring everybody out, and we want to take out as many people as we can during this first turn. Now, obviously, it's going to be more beneficial if you can get everybody to be at the level of these guys. As you'll notice, some of my characters are very under-leveled, like Cassie, and that doesn't bode well for her or really any of these characters, especially with the boss. So President Hugo himself is a very formidable foe. He has a skill that I think not only just takes away your SP like the regular Turobogs that we dealt with before, but he also has like a formidable range. So I'm pretty sure he can attack anybody within a certain radius of him, whether it be behind, in front, to the sides. If you're within so far away of him, you're basically dead. You'll kind of get a sense of it later on. So you definitely don't want to keep any characters near each other when he activates. For now, it's fine, just because we're just dealing with the melee characters and the mages. Once we get down, once you kill, I believe, the last one, he'll activate. Or if you attack him, so don't attack him while any of these enemies are alive. So at this point, once you clear out the original, I guess the first 3 enemies, you can go ahead and end your turn. The rest of the enemies will come forward. Just make sure everybody's up to full health. Some people might have taken damage during the initial attack. If nobody moves up during when you end the turn, have somebody move up, just a smidge. And then if you can attack from that range, go ahead and do that. If not, just end the turn there to kind of lure them in. Obviously, you don't really have to lure them in. If you can get within distance for most of your characters to attack them, do that. It's much better to land the attack. You just don't want to. You don't want to be the. You don't want to let them have the first attack, kind of. So you're gonna see here that I have a couple characters that were able to get within range. So I will be attacking with them. The other ones that I can't, unfortunately, I have to defend with. And I don't believe I'm in any position to have them come towards us but not attack in that turn. So we're going to have to take some damage here. Now you'll definitely want to take out the mages as fast as possible once they start moving towards you. They have the ability to use, I believe it's Gigastar, and that tends to do a lot of damage. Luckily there's only 3 or 4 of them, and they don't have that much health. You just have to kind of focus on them rather than anyone else. Yeah, so it looks like there's 4 of them. And always keep your mages back, as I mean, you should know by now. Obviously, you kind of want them to be in range, but you don't want to put them into any possible danger, because they probably have the least health out of any of your characters, and they'll most likely die if attacked. Now your healer, one of your healers at least, has the ability to use shield. You can use that. I don't know how effective it is. I do use it from time to time, but I don't really pay too close attention to if it helps. I think usually the mages tend to die anyway. Especially the Red Skull. The Red Skull has probably the least amount of health out of the 2 default mages you get with Emizel and Red Skull. The Red Skull also has an attack that you can use to boost. What's it called? You can boost your INT. That could be helpful. You're gonna see here. Well, not here. It's already happened, but you're gonna see my Red Skull gets taken out of 1 hit despite the shield. I think, but it's hard. It's hard to say because of how low HP the Red Skull has. So we wanna get these characters taken out as quick as possible. Especially the mages. I don't think I really follow my own advice there, though. I think I focus on the melee characters and getting them taken out rather than the mage. But it turns out alright, I guess. The other thing you want to keep your obviously the healers back. The one thing that you gotta look out for when the boss gets activated, you want to make sure that you keep your healer outside of Hugo's range, like even attack range. Keep them as far away as possible. If you need to heal, have your characters move as close to the healer as possible. So if they have to retreat to get healed, do that. Because once the healer goes down, then you're kind of in a pickle. Because any damage that you take is permanent. Now what you'll want to do once the boss gets activated, you want to kind of try and take out his bodyguards as quick as possible so that you could focus on Hugo himself. Now it's possible that you might be able to it seems kind of risky though. There is a cheese method used for the I don't know if it works well on Hugo or not because of the range of his attack. You kind of have to for it to work, you have to finish him off in basically one turn. If you can try and set it up. Basically what you're going to want to do before you start the game, you'll want to get the heart cannon in campaign. You'll want to set up Desco and Velvatores in the heart cannon. Put Velvatores as the leader. I don't know if that matters. And then what you want to do is once you get to the Hugo fight with Hugo, get, I guess, everybody grouped close together, which is risky. But you want it so that you have one space between Velvatores and Desco. And then I think you can pick Hugo up and throw him, so have a character ready to lift and throw Hugo and throw him between Desco and Velvatores. And then what you want is you want an ally on each side of Desco and Velvatores. So you want someone to his left, behind him, and to his right, and then someone left, right, and behind Desco. You can use whatever ranged attack, use whatever attacks you need to with any of those characters except for Velvatores and Desco. Attack with those two last. It doesn't matter what attacks you use with those two. Desco, since her her attacks are kind of, her skills are wide ranged. Just stick with the regular attack probably, so you don't take any team damage. But with Valvatores, you have some options as long as it's not something that's going to do damage to your teammates. Like Impaler Prince, you're good with, because nobody will be beside Hugo. Any of the one target skills will be good. So anyways, after you got that set up, basically everybody will attack Hugo, and then the last two attacks will be Desco and Velvatores, and then for whatever reason, I don't really understand what the heart cannon's for, but it's some sort of support attack. But basically, Desco and Valvatores will continuously do team attacks with the four-man team attacks with the three others that are surrounding them. And they'll do significant damage, and they do that for a significant number of times. I think I read somewhere does it like 16 times. So you should be able to take out pretty much any boss like that. It's obviously a little... I'm not actually sure if it's a little harder if you can't throw, because if you can't throw them, you have to kind of surround them manually that way, which could be difficult, but at the same time, when you're throwing, you have to kind of set up around the throw, and usually sometimes you might not be in a good position to throw towards the two characters. But as you can see here, we're slowly moving towards the boss now. And we're going to try and keep everybody as far away as possible. I don't think I'm far enough away right now. I'm going to take a few casualties. But later on, when my numbers are dwindled down, then I kind of do a better job of keeping them separate or spaced. So he's going to use Keeper of Abyss. And right there it grabs two of my characters and wrecks them both. Actually, they did pretty good to survive that. But I think that also takes away SP, so it's not ideal. So you obviously want to take as little damage as possible, so we have to focus on getting rid of the bodyguards, or his personal detail, whatever you want to call them. You also want to make sure you always keep your guys at full health, because you never know how much damage the next attack you'll take will be. And the one thing about that cheese method that I mentioned in regards to this fight, it's a little, considering that you have to take out the bodyguards as well, I think it's a little hard to set up, especially when you consider that before you get rid of everybody, you're probably going to have some casualties, so you won't have you won't know how many members of your party are still alive, or whether or not you have enough to perform guess enough of a team attack to do enough damage. So I don't know if I've taken out any of the bodyguards yet. I think I see, yeah, I see all three still. Obviously, it sucks that I've lost my mages. But that tends to happen to me a lot because I tend to get aggressive with them. Sorry if that seemed a little off. Just try to avoid coughing into the mic. And then, yeah, I don't seem to keep one of my healers back far enough, and she gets taken out. At this point in the game, you probably want to invest in something higher than Mega Heal. You might want Giga Heal by now. The other thing that you could do as well is upgrade the heal, the Mega Heal, and stuff like that, so you could do multiple characters at once if need be. It might also increase the range that you can attack with, so that's always a perk too if that's true. Which I think it is, because I upgraded one of my characters to +7, I think, recently, and it seems like I have a much larger range with just the regular heal. But it could just all be in my head too. We're still struggling to take out these bodyguards. Obviously, all we can do is really team up on them, try to take them out or try to combo them as much as possible. It's just a little difficult when you gotta keep your characters far apart to avoid Hugo's Keeper of the Abyss. And you really want to avoid your key characters taking that attack, as you need those skills to be... You need to use your skills, basically. I think the one thing I start doing once once the bodyguards are taken out, I start utilizing Bloody Hole instead of Impaler Prince. Now, the one reason why I do that is 'cause I don't think I have the next level skill. There's one skill. There's a skill above that that I think gets unlocked at level 80. Maybe at level 70. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a stronger skill. I've seen some people have it by the time that they get to this, and it's useful against Hugo. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Bloody Hole works fine. You could. One thing you might notice is that I try to use with Fenric some of the other attacks or skill attacks that he has, like Special Burst. One of the flaws with using that, especially if you attack with Fenric first, I think there might be a case where I do that. Keep in mind whether an attack has any knockback, because if the opponent moves in any way, it cancels out all your other attacks, because you're attacking a specific area and the enemy's no longer there. Other than that, you probably want to have some high-level equipment and stuff like that. I'm trying to think what level I would have been at this point. I would think maybe I was only at rank 5 or something like that, maybe. Maybe 6. I kind of slacked off when it came to the product rankings. So at this point I've got 4 characters left. So basically the strategy at this point is to attack once from each side, so that way there's no chance that you will take any sort of multi-character damage, I guess. And one of the problems with the fact that your attack gets cancelled is that after you set your attack, if you moved to perform that attack, you don't have the option to move again, which is unfortunate. As long as you keep your distance though and are able to keep your healer alive, you should be able to clear this. I won't say quickly, or easily, but you should be able to get through it. I guess it also, there's a little bit of luck involved because it all depends on the AI and who they decide to go after. Because if they start if Hugo goes after your stronger characters and you don't have the SP to use your skills, then you're probably gonna be in for a bad time. There is another, I guess, thing you could try out. If you got your healer alive, if you pick up if you attack with all your characters except for one, and then pick up Hugo with the other one and end the turn, it'll actually skip his turn, and you'll get to have your turn again. The only downside of this is you're going to take damage for one during that your turn, or after you end the turn, the person holding them takes damage, which isn't an issue if you can heal. The other issue is you're going to have to, in order to put them down, you have to throw them, in which case you're taking one of your characters out of the rotation. And that means that if you plan on doing it again, one of your other characters has to lift it, and that takes away one of your attacks for that turn. So at that point, it's pretty much just kind of the same sort of thing over and over again. I do end up losing my healer, so I'm basically racing against time to take out Hugo before he takes us out, which is a little difficult when he's putting out like 1k maybe 1.5k damage per attack, and that's if he only gets one character. If he gets a second character, then it's technically like double. Well, it's technically double, but it's like it obviously kills you quicker. Let's just go with that, rather than me stutter and try to figure out what I'm trying to say. That way I don't sound like Porky the Pig. That's all, folks. So at this point, there's pretty much nothing else to go over. You'll just want to keep going at it. Keep your people alive. Try to keep distance. Just keep on trucking, I guess. So I'll leave you with that. That will do it for episode 7. And after defeating Hugo, that will be it for Disgaea 4 Complete Plus story. Or is it? Dun dun dun!
did it! We got him! Desco is new!
Sweet! We finally got to the happy ending!
I can't believe it. Did we really defeat my father?
As expected of you, Tyrant. You are the only man in history who has ever inflicted a wound on my skin. But it seems you haven't regained all of your original power yet.
Neither have you. Everyone keep your guards up! That wasn't his full power! We can expect at least 3 levels of transformations, with additional power multipliers every time!
Seriously? Oh, come on! My dream seems to love all kinds of unnecessary excitement. I should be ashamed for thinking that we would be able to settle this so easily.
Father's transformations! This will be my first time seeing them!
The true power of the president! It's scary, but Desco is ready to witness it! This is a great learning experience!
The president is just another obstacle that stands in the way of my lord's true mission. All is for my lord. With every fiber of my being, I will get him!
There's no need to be so tense. That was all the power I have. I have nothing left. Not even the power to transform.
What? No way! Desco is very disappointed.
Huh? Then, does that mean this is the happy ending? I hope it'll be this easy. Huh? Why are you so negative? Call it being rational. I just know the harshness of reality.
How? Why, Father? How is it possible that you have no power left?
Death King Hugo! You can't possibly tell me that this is how our battle is going to be settled! Explain this to me. The Yakshas, the Overlords, and now even you have become a wimp!
I have lost most of my power as well. Consequently, like you, I can no longer transform into my true form.
The effects of the fear energy.
So you knew. Salvatores has indeed been gifted with a great partner.
The fear energy? I feel like I've heard those words before. What was that again?
It's the energy that's created when humans are scared of the darkness. Human fear is like water and oxygen for us demons in the netherworld.
And then there's the awe energy, which is created when humans worship the heavens. Awe energy gives us celestial servants power and courage. Huh, talk about eco-friendly.
The amount of fear energy, which gives demons their power, is decreased every year. Its effects are greater on demons with more power. Most of the demons who serve the corruptorment have become worthless.
But it's not like the decrease in fear energy just started recently. With the development of scientific technology, the humans began to create less and less fear energy. However, this would have been stopped if we demons fulfilled our basic responsibility of scaring the humans.
We tried. The entire netherworld worked around the clock to plant more fear into human minds. However, the humans progressed much faster than we expected. They ousted the demons using their scientific advancements. And it wasn't just science. They developed a much more dreadful power, which incorporated technology with magic. It was a violent power that brought out fear in us demons in return.
That's a total lie! I didn't read about any of that in my textbooks. We have electricity and gas, but I've never heard of or seen magic technology before.
Human girl. The technology that is made public in the human world is only the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure you've experienced falsified information from the authorities firsthand by now.
Ugh.
Basically, humans have developed the ability to keep their fear energy to themselves. No one can stop them now.
Keep fear energy to themselves? Impossible! How could they?
It's simple. If humans begin to only fear themselves, the energy they build up will stay within the human world. Wars, terrorism, weapons of mass destruction, accidents caused by human error, and daily incidents of murder. What the humans fear now are humans themselves. Horror stories and urban legends, they're all created to make humans fear themselves.
Seriously? You mean horror movies were created so us humans can hog all of our fear energy?
That's correct. The distribution of fear energy to the netherworld has been completely cut off.
Completely? Not only will demons diminish, but the netherworld itself will be totally eroded away!
Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, apparently demons have become valuable research materials for humans. So one day, the humans came over to bargain with us. In exchange for their fear energy, they asked to study, research demon bodies.
You fool. Agreeing to that will only give the humans even more power to abuse.
It was either forced oppression or slowly succumbing to a lack of fear energy. We were doomed either way.
So the humans would have gotten what they wanted anyway.
Those humans! Cowards!
So, Disgaea was the result of that research.
So you were forced to make that deal with the humans.
Father, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about that.
They've only been allowing a minimal amount of fear energy to trickle into the netherworld. You've seen the effects of that already.
Goodwill has vanished from many humans' hearts, and the number of Prinnies sent to Hades kept increasing exponentially.
To conceal the weakening of the corruptiment and prevent possible rebellion, falsifying information became inevitable.
The reason behind the presence of waste from the human world and those mutated demons.
The reason for trying to control the netherworld with the A virus.
The reason for everything.
Indeed. The netherworld has already been brought under the control of a single human.
Valvatores and his party were astonished by the shocking news that was revealed to them by Netherworld President Hugo. This unbelievable truth only led the party down a much darker path.
The truth has been revealed, and a new enemy awaits.
How could anyone have imagined the netherworld was being controlled by a human?
That's right! Our new enemy is the Purine. Sardines, which I had so much faith and respect for, possess mass amounts of purines.
Prunes? Ugh, I hate prunes.
No! It's purines! They are definitely more horrific than prunes. Let's go ask your father. Your purines are broken down into uric acid in your body. They become enemies of patients who have hyperuricemia.
Hyperuricemia is basically what causes gout.
But don't worry, purines are also found in many other foods. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, eat sardines and refrain from eating too many other foods.
Ah! That's a really easy solution!
Final episode, Magic Night Valvatores, Hyper Sardine Syndrome. The war clouds are calling for me!
The bottom line is, you just want people to eat sardines, no matter what.
Alright, and that does it for the end of this video. As I subtly hinted at, this is not the last episode. There is an episode 8, which I will get up to be posting as well. So thank you guys for watching. This is Sean Broccoli. I'll see you guys next time.